Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Today is Simple Sunday, and my name is Anissa, and I'm with Stampin' Up. Anissa. I really appreciate you, really appreciate you coming on and spending time with me to do a project. And so hopefully this is your time to relax, watch me do a project, or you can craft while I'm crafting. We don't necessarily have to do the same thing. And yeah, so I'm hoping that you can you have a glass of wine, a glass of something, milk, water, whatever, and just kick back and relax. But before I start, I just wanted to give you some updates for Stampin' Up. So Sale-a-Bration ends, and Sale-a-Bration is when, here it is, right here. Sale-a-Bration is when you purchase $50 or $100 of product, you get free product. And when I flip the camera around, I'll show you what some of the things look like, or what some of the products that you can get for free in the brochure. But it ends on the 28th. So take advantage of this opportunity. This is great. And if you want to, if you know that you're going to be purchasing like $125 worth of product, you can get it for $99. It's a great deal. And you'll get 2 additional stamp sets. That's really great because they sort of average out to be like stamp sets like 25. So you could that's like $50, right? So anyways, and if you're interested in doing that, reach out to me, and I'll help you. I'll walk you through it. And, yeah, and then you can enjoy Stampin' Up. In doing that, you become a demonstrator. If you're a hobbyist, there's no commitment. I was a hobbyist. That's how I started. I started because I needed something creative to do, and because I was getting stressed at work. And so I thought I needed to do something creative. And so I've been doing this now since, I think, 2018 or 2019. Yeah, I've been doing it for a little bit. And it's funny, I was looking for something to do, and I didn't know what to do. I mean, I knit and I sew, but I want to do something different. And I've always liked paper crafting, but I just never felt like I wasn't a great scrapbooker either. Cause I think, I thought, oh, it's just so complicated. How do you combine all the paper and all that stuff? But, I went on a cruise. My parents had their 50th wedding anniversary, and I went on a cruise. And so the incentive trip was to go to Alaska. And, so, I set up this whole thing for everybody to go for my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. And I was like chaperone to a whole bunch of older people. And so, when I would like relax in the evening, I would watch, TV on the ship, and they'd show all the Stampin' Up stuff, and I didn't understand what it was until they showed the Stamparatus. And when they showed the Stamparatus and what it could do, I think I saw that on the last night on the ship while I was watching TV before going to bed. And I saw that Stamparatus, and I was like, that is so cool. That's exactly what I was thinking. So when I got off the ship, I remembered Stampin' Up. That was like the first thing that I wanted. I went online, looked up Stampin' Up, and I thought that is fun. I did not even know Stampin' Up existed. Didn't know their products existed. And then I decided to find a demonstrator close by. And I did. And I met up with her. She had a get together I forgot what it was, probably I think every Wednesday night or something, or maybe once a month. And so it just so happened that it was that time. And so I decided, yeah, I'm going to do it. And I did it. And the first time I thought, okay, this is really fun. And I got hooked. And so, yeah, I had to get all this stuff. So I was a hobbyist for the longest time. And then just recently, I decided to, you know, take it up a notch and really, just really make it more, do more with it. So anyways, that's my story. But if you would like to join me, join my team, and just create and enjoy, even if you're a hobbyist, it's okay, no pressure, but take advantage of some free items with me. You know, we'll do projects together. We'll have, you know, different events where we can do different things together. And it doesn't have to, I know, you know, people are not too comfortable yet to come together, but if you are, then we could do something together, or it could be a Zoom. So, you know, it could be whatever we want it to be, right? So anyways, you know, I'm just looking for people who are like-minded like me and want to share Stampin' Up, I guess, experiences, and because I'm here and I'd love to do it with you. So with that, let's do that project that I'd been talking about. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and flip this camera over. So stand by. And I had the luxury of spending some time on my own. My husband had his getaway, and so I was able to stay home with our little doggie. I have a little doggie. Her name is Miss Miley. And I'd show you a picture, but I don't have a picture in front of me. Hello. And I wish I had a picture. I would love to show you a picture of Miley, but I don't have one. Anyways, Miley and I stayed home. I did some crafting. Here's something I made. Now, this is not Stampin' Up product right here, but all of this is. And I had fun creating. I saw a bunch of people doing this with this stamp set, and this is in Sale-a-Bration also, and this paper is Sale-a-Bration. Actually, let me show you. So here we go, Sale-a-Bration. So the little guys, this is not what I'm going to be doing tonight, just so you know, but I just really love doing it. It took me a little while. It's a little bit harder. We're not going to do that. We're going to do a simple one, but anyways, here it is. Awesome Otters. See, they sort of did it a little bit different than mine. I like how they did that. Very, very nice. I really like that. Different. Not the same. But anyways, and I put little shaker thingies here. These are not Stampin' Up, just so you know. But I love shaker cards. They're entertaining. Anyways, let's talk about what it is I am going to be making. This is what I'm making tonight. Oh, I bent it. Super simple project, right? Here we go. Enjoy this new face. So this is going to be, we are going to use the paper from Sale-a-Bration. And so this is Simply Marbleous. Cute, right? Really pretty. I think so. Anyways, we're going to be using this. What I love about Stampin' Up product is it says the colors that they use on the back side. So then you want to pair things up with it. You know, you don't have to guess. You don't have to say, okay, well, it's close to this, close to that color. This is great. Because it already has the color. So what a color I'm going to be using is this right here. And this color, it says, is, can't read it because I'm blind, basic gray. So, and so the colors that make this paper is the basic gray and the smoky slate. Those are the two. So I'm going to keep that out because we're going to use that. So basic gray and smoky slate, and here are the pads, ink pads that we're going to be using. See what I'm talking about? When I said I wanted to do something creative, Stampin' Up product really just helped me. It's like I could be creative and not have to put so much thought into like, okay, what matches with this, what matches with that, right? And so, yeah, this is why I love it so much. But anyways, let's see here. And we're going to use this stamp set, To the Moon. I think this one is in the annual catalog. Okay. Anyways, this is an annual catalog. So we're going to use this right here. So here's the card, right? I love it. So this one's pretty dark, right? Well, on the back side is the lighter side. Looks like a marble. To me, it sort of looked like a cloudy sky, like it's about to rain. That's what it reminded me of. So I decided I wanted to use this. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use the basic gray cardstock here. We're going to cut this. Let's see here. We're going to cut this at, oops, upside down. Going to use the paper trimmer. Yeah. Yeah? No. Okay. Sorry. I have to think about it. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to use this and cut it at, going to cut it at 5.5. So this side is 11, right? 11, 8.5 by 11. Half of that is 5.5. So we're going to cut it here. And then we're going to score it at 4.25, which is half of 8.5, right? So this color right here, this little thingy-bobber, I don't know what it's called, little knob here, is what scores the paper. Sorry, sometimes I don't know the actual name of things, so I'm going to make it up. I mean, that's bad, but I do that all the time. I do that at home. It drives my husband crazy. So I'm going to take my bone folder here, and I'm going to make it a nice, crisp fold here on the card. And we're going to take this DSP, Designer Series paper, just so you know. When I first started to, Lisa would, who is my upline, she would talk sometimes in certain lingo for Stampin' Up. And I was like, what's that? And I figured, oh, DSP. DSP means Designer Series paper. It took me a little bit. I think I even asked her. I was like, what does that mean? And she told me. So, okay, so we're going to cut this at, so we scored it at 4.25, and I'm going to go down a quarter of an inch. Okay. And then the long side was 5.5. Okay, so I'm going to go down a quarter again and take it to 5.25. Right? Because then this will allow me to have the border on the card. Right? So see how it creates the border then? Very nice. Okay, so I'm going to, remember that Stamparatus? The thing I really, really love. The thing that sold me to this thing here. Where did I put it? Oh, no. Oh, here it is. Sorry. Let me get it. Okay. Here's my Stamparatus. I love it. You know, they come with these magnets. I think there's another one too. I think it's behind here. I don't know. Maybe it just comes with two. Anyways, you got to be careful not to let these things get too close together because they go whick. They just get sucked in together. Whick. That's exactly the sound it's going to make. Whick. And someone told me like they've gotten hurt by it, which is, that's nuts. I did not even know that could even happen. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab, so Stampin' Up! Has two different types of stamps. You'll notice like they have, this is the photopolymer, right? And then the other one that they have, that I can't find right now, let me just grab something. I can't grab anything right now. But anyways, the other ones are called cling, right? So these are photopolymer. I like these better, actually, just because you could see them. Yeah. So I'm going to put this just right around there. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to match it. You can't see it. I don't know if you could see it, but there's a grid on this plate. See, these plates come apart. And they come with two, and I bought more so that you could do multiple things, you know, like maybe you have one stamp here and then you have to do another stamp on the one on top. In this case, we only are stamping one thing, so it's okay, but I'll have to show you what I'm talking about in another meeting. So anyways, I'm looking at this and making sure that it is on the grid correctly. And I'm going to look at it sideways because I can't see very well. Yep, looks like it's on. Actually, let me move this up a little bit. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just want to make sure that I'm on the, yep, okay. So I think we're just going to move this over just a little bit. There we go. Okay. I love this Stamparatus. Okay. We're going to use Smoky Slate. Okay. And I'm going to take the pad. I'm going to tap, tap, tap it. The one thing I really love about the Stamparatus, and this is the reason why you use it, is because you can, hold on a second, restamp it. Look, so we'll do this once, and if you miss a spot, maybe you didn't do a good job at inking, see, and it's like, you could do it again. And not have to worry about, are you going to line it up okay? Because this thing, these magnets hold the paper in place, right? And you do it again, look, voila. So this one's a little bit darker than that because I only did it one time, but I just wanted to show you this as an example. Anyways, so that's how you do that. I think that's great. I mean, I've done it before when I'm taking a block and I'm trying to, a block is this, okay? And I'm trying to, restamp what I'm doing because I didn't have it inked correctly. It's a pain. You're trying to get it to match. You just can't. I mean, I couldn't. So... Not saying that anybody couldn't do it. I mean, maybe somebody could, but it was really hard for me. Okay. So, there goes that. Now, you'll notice, so we did this. I'm going to put the Stamparatus away. You know what? For the heck of it, I think we're going to use it to do the... enjoy this new phase of life, like that. I think I'm going to use this right here. And I love you too, Sid. That's my daughter, just so you know. Anyways, let me go ahead and find this. Enjoy your new phase in life. So like I said, you put it down like this. Okay. You remember, don't put the magnets too close together. They're gonna snap on you. So you go like this. Oops. Yeah, like that. And then you use, I love this thing. There you go. I hope you're not having Jason watch me. Anyways. Sorry, inside joke. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take the basic gray. And we're going to stamp, stamp, stamp. Right here. We're going to go once. See what that looks like. Looks good to me. I'll just do it one more time. Telling you, look at, you don't have to worry about it matching up, because unless you really move the paper too much, or, you know, something is just moved, you're going to get it aligned every single time. Okay, so did that. I'm going to remove this. I need to put this away because I have a habit of not putting it away. Then I'm like, where did it go? Okay. Put this off to the side. Oh, and did I talk about that? Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm going to close this up. So that was basic gray. Hey. Oh. Sorry. I forgot. Now I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to use these scissors just because it has a longer blade, I guess you could call it. Okay, there we go. I'm going to cut it right here. And I'm going to cut it up here. So in Stampin' Up, we call simple stamping just using paper, ink, and a stamp set. And in this case, that's exactly what we did. So there we go. I want to make sure that I eyeballed this right. I do a lot of eyeballing. Okay. I think that's it. Okay. Now, I typically would use my snippets, but you know, it's a longer piece and I just wanted to make sure that I just cut it straight across. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and take our base, and I was going to go ahead and take my liquid glue, and I love this stuff. You know, there's times where you just don't use glue. Oh, when I was creating this, I did not, like, some parts of it were not glue. So, because it's just, you know, just, that's not the type of adhesive we would use to make it. Okay, so there's the base. And now I'm going to go ahead and take dimensionals, and we're going to use the regular size dimensionals. Put it in the back. I would put 3 because I like to put one in the middle, so not just at the ends but also in the middle, right? And okay, and then we are going to hey, I normally have my little tweezers here. Hold on a second, because those really help me aim. Helps me do a good job of making sure I get it aligned properly. What? I can't seem to find it. Hold on a second. Oh, that's what happens when you don't put things back where they're supposed to go. Okay, we're going to eyeball this again. So, I'm going to put it like right... Sorry if my head's in the way. But, there you go. Okay, I think I did okay. So, anyways, the dimensional just sort of gives it some, lifts it off of the page, which is, you know, sometimes you need that so that it's just not all flat. I mean, we could have done that. But Simple Stampin' for Stampin' Up! Is a stamp set, okay, paper, like this, right, and ink. And so really you can create a card just doing this. You can also create more complicated cards, and maybe I'll try to figure out how we could make this a little bit more complicated by using embellishments and then different layering techniques. Those would make it more complicated. But really, this is all you need to create a card. And just so you know, you could either leave it like this, and I know I've said this before, I love using gel pens and writing inside, but if you want to use, you know, you could use white cardstock, put it inside. I took the corners and sort of curved them. I used, where's that punch? I used the trio punch, which oh, here it is. I used this punch, and it has a little curved part. It's called the Detailed Trio Punch. And I took it, put the paper in, and pressed it, and got these curved edges. And then I took the moon from the stamp set, put that in there too. So if you want to just use a regular pen, you could use this. And if you want to be fancy schmancy and use a gel pen, you could use this. But anyways, here are the cards. Great. Last thing before we go is that Stampin' Up! Ends on the 28th, which is next Monday. So hopefully you go onto my website. I seem to misplace my, you know, where you could go to my website. Is it here? No. Oh no, I misplaced it. You could go to my website and purchase these items. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Here you go. You go to my website, which is stampinwithAnissa.com, or you go to my Stampin' Up! Website right here. Use this host code, purchase $50 or more, and I'll send you a thank you gift. So thank you very much, and I will talk to you next Sunday. Goodbye.